Okay, here we have the latest one that I built, and the one that I'm currently using. And as you can see, there are 4 baskets in this one. Works on the very same principle as the other one, with the exception this one has 2 lifts, 1 on each side. There's the pointer, there's the air line, goes in, is into this lift, which is inside the tank, the bottom tank, comes up, goes through both of these, the inside container. Now, this reservoir, as I call it, is larger than on the original one, and I think it works better. This is nothing more than a plastic can that Betty Crocker frosting comes in, and the lid fits on it tight and nice, and the only thing you have to be sure to do with that one is punch a hole in the top of the lid, because it has to let air out or it puts too much force on the water coming out of these tubes, this tube and that tube right there, into the basket. So if you punch a hole in the top, it releases that air out the top, and then you can regulate the water. Now I have a valve, an air valve, on each one of the plastic tubes, or the rubber tubes, so I can adjust the amount of air, which adjusts the flow of the water. Another thing that I've done a little differently on this one, and I'm showing you both ways here, I have 2 ways of maintaining the baskets. This basket here, I attached short legs to the bottom of it to keep it at the right water level. And this basket over here, as you can see, I have the stick going through to hold it, the basket at the right level. Now either one works. A little less trouble if you put legs on the bottom of the baskets, so you can take your pick on that one. Okay, as far as construction goes, it's pretty simple. The only thing you have to even consider that I think is important, it may or may not be, I don't know, but I found that by putting a 1-inch rise from this point, from the top of this outside tub to the top of the inside tub, slanting this direction, makes the water flow better. Then you put your holes you know, on the deep end, and it just gives you a better water flow. Like the other one, this has the outside filter hanging on it. The only other thing that's you have to put a heater in it, of course, unless you have a fully heated room, and that's it. Now I attached the inside and the outside tub pretty simply with stainless steel bolts, one here, and one over here. That holds it at 3 points and seems to work fine. You want to make sure you get the angle of it the same, and that's all there is to it. Okay, now as far as using this thing, the way I do it is I hatch my eggs in a 1-gallon jar with methylene blue. Then, after about the day after they're free swimming, but before the egg sac has fully been used, I put them into the baskets. And I crowd them all up, a full spawn in one basket. Adjust the water so that it's a steady stream, but not a real hard stream, but you want to make sure that you have plenty of water going in there. Just a trickle of water is what you want. And the next thing, of course, is the feeding. I feed Better Than Brine and some stuff that Rick sells. I can't even think of the name of it. It's a new product supposed to work, and I've used it and it seems to work fine. But you don't want to overfeed. I feed them 4, 5, 6 times a day, sometimes more than that, I guess, whenever I happen to think about it. But I look in there, if I don't see any food visible, then I put just a tiny bit more in. And when I say tiny bit, that's just what I mean. I use an eyedropper, and I just wet the end of the eyedropper and just barely touch that powder food, and just stick it in there and put it on the top. You don't suck any up inside, just use it as a instrument to get the food into the fish. Then by the second or third day I start putting brine shrimp in, baby brine, and slow back on the powdered food. And you can tell, you know, by their bellies when they're orange, they're eating them good. And I'll leave them in there anywhere from 10 days to 2 weeks. It just depends on what I've got coming behind them, or if I've got tank space or whatever. And put them into a small 5-gallon aquarium, continue the baby brine shrimp, and away you go. You once get to the brine shrimp stage, you pretty well got it made if you keep your water quality good. These little guys are tough, but at the same time they're fragile. It's hard to explain. You can make some mistakes, but you can't make others. I made a mistake here a while back of not washing my brine shrimp, and I knew better, but I did it anyway, and I killed a whole batch. So, you know, you have to do things right and experiment a little bit. You'll find there's more than one way to skin a cat. Now, that's something I want to say.